it's Tamara Hawk. I've just got, I don't know, kind of a little impromptu talk. It's my peeps kind of started giving me this information today, and I thought, well, let's see if we can put it into a video for you and share it and help, right? Anyway, so this video is going to be kind of about your intuition and psychic-ness and connecting to source and things like that. All right. What I found for getting more psychic, being able to listen to your intuition and things like that, is getting out of your head and all that's out there, including detoxing and decalcifying your pineal gland and going to your heart. Okay. We create with our thoughts and our feelings. Okay. Our psychic protection comes from our heart. If you think about it, source, like this energy that we're all a part of, when we go back to source, okay, that is a love energy. Okay. It's I've been there myself doing energy work where I've been to source, not consistently, but I've been there. And the feeling of love is crazy, like nothing you've ever felt before. Okay. And if you watch anybody talking about that's had a near-death experience that's gone to source, they will tell you the same thing. It's this all-encompassing love, and there's no other feeling like it. Okay. So if source is love and we're creating with source, then going to our hearts, and I know for me and my abilities, being in my heart is way more important than whatever it is I'm eating or doing, right? It's like when I sit with a client, when I do any energy work, it's all heart based. Okay. So, I don't know, maybe about 30 years ago, more and more kind of love was coming to the planet. So to me, I've always thought heaven on earth as it is in heaven, which means the love is coming to the planet. And I talked like last week about how that we're getting infused with that. And I guess that's why my peeps want you to stop focusing so much on these little niggly details and get you to your hearts, right? We need to be in our hearts. Sometimes, like, life happens, right? All life has ups and downs. Okay. When we're thinking about trying to manifest something or make things happen or whatever, and like, let's say something happens unexpectedly or that we didn't want, if we've got to stop blaming ourselves and saying, oh, I have to try harder. And it's like going to love and being in your heart, there's not a lot of trying. It's the focus, right? Like, if you can even do this watching this video, but if it's like, if you take some nice slow breaths in and breathe into this space, okay, just for this exercise, right? Usually we talk about into your belly, but for this exercise, breathe like into your heart space, okay? And then think about things like, I often won't say to people, just think about love, right? Because people have weird ideas of what love is. So think about something that makes you joyful, or something that makes you really content or happy, or puppy dogs or whatever. And do that while you're breathing into here, okay? And that will bring you into your heart space. And you'll get way more intuitive stuff being in your heart space. And you'll be able to feel energy and manifest and do things like that from your heart space, right? Um, you know, like I say, that I haven't looked into the science of the pineal gland, and I'm sure that there's something to it, okay? But I think having too much focus there is not helpful. Um, there's so many things out there that they're making it way too difficult for us to tap in, right? Like when you're trying to learn or you're trying to listen, you're listening to classes and things like that, it's it makes it too hard. Going into your heart space and getting out of your head and things like that, it can be like magic. It's not hard. These are habits that we have. And um, when we go into blaming ourselves because something didn't work out, or when yeah, I don't know, just remember, okay? If you get nothing else out of this video, work on remembering who you are and where you came from, okay? That's how we're going to raise the vibration of the planet, is we all came from source. We will all go to source. We are all part of all of this source energy, okay? So remember that. Don't think, oh, I've got to do this here and this here and this here, and the physical, let's say calcified pineal gland illnesses, things like that, they all start with energetic. Okay. So instead of thinking, I need to do these 10 things that somebody is telling me I need to do, or I will not successfully be able to remember who I am and tap into my own source energy, just focus on your heart space and remembering who you are. That's where all your power is going to come from. Not giving all of your energy to a guru or what you physically need to do and things like that. Okay? Now, I do want to tell you, don't ignore your physical body. These are our vessels. We came down here to be in them, right? And it's like, say, moving your body as best you can. Like, even if you're really, really achy, maybe you can move some parts of your body, right? Or go for a stroll instead of going for a hike. Because all of these things, and the hug in the trees and things like that, they actually move energy. Okay? So it's like when we don't move our body for a prolonged period of time, the energy kind of stagnates, right? Like, think of a swampy pool where nothing's ever moving versus a rushing river where things are moving. Okay, so you need to think energy, not just this list of 10 things that somebody told you have to do in order to tune into your abilities. Okay, a lot of it's helpful when these 10 things or whatever, but you need to be extremely discerning of information that's out there and information you're getting. Discernment is the biggest thing, right? It's like, because we're all so different. If you can start by being in your heart and discerning, when you see that list of things that somebody's told you have to do, feel into it. Does it feel right for you? Okay. A lot of people have success by listening and doing those 10 things because it was right for them to do those things. If it's not right for you to do those things, then you're kind of going backwards with your energy because you feel like you're constantly failing. And that lowers your vibration, gets you out of your heart, and then you can't listen, right? So anyway, I think I'm going to wrap this up. But if you remember nothing else, remember discernment of the information you're hearing out there, okay? It's up to you. Like, some of this stuff in this video, chances are, if you've watched this far, it does resonate with you. But, if it doesn't, then you're being discerning and you're like, the information she just shared is not for me. And you know what? That's perfectly okay. If you're doing it completely a different way, and it works for you, that's okay too. It's got to be what works for you, right? The uplifting feelings and the heart stuff. Anyway, lest this gets super duper long, I think we're done. Hang on. Yeah, I think we said most of what we needed to say. So anyway, good luck on your journey. You've got this. Stop judging yourself so harshly and saying I'll never be this if I don't do that. That's somebody else's thing to do. Anyway, much love till next time.